Once a lifetime for communities across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, our rivers have long provided water, food, and a place for families to gather. But today, many of these rivers face a growing threat: poisoning and pollution caused by harmful human practices. In this feature, we examine the impact of river poisoning on our ecosystems and why protecting our rivers is critical for our future generations, with insight from the Forestry Department. On March 1st, the Forestry Department kick-started their month of activities, and they started with river poisoning. So we're here with an official from the Forestry Department, Mr. Richards. He would give us an overview of what took place thus far.
Okay, good morning again. First and most important thing, I want to welcome all to Fenton Mountain. It's one of the most significant farming area in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it also is a habitat for St. Vincent parrot as well. Okay, this month of March is very important to us because this is where the Forestry Department celebrated Forestry Focus, and it includes a lot of activities. This is where we engage the people and show them how important forestry is and what forestry do. So in the first week of March, that happened last week, we had the No River Poisoning presentation. So we went to numerous schools such as North Union School, George Stevens, South Rivers Methodist, etc. This week is bushfires. That is where the Forestry Department committee go to numerous schools in the central area, such as Lomans Primary, Clare Valley Primary, and Kittles Primary. Next week is the Animal Tethering Committee. These as well will go to numerous schools as well to inform the students what is animal tethering and stuff like that. And then the last week we have the riparian zone and also our forestry walk. That includes the 25th of March. The forestry walk entails from Wallabu over to Cumberland. So we urging persons, if they could come out, support, let the Forestry Department show you how important forestry is in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So we're here with some other forestry officials, and we're here with Mr. Jason Baker, and we will be focusing on river poisoning. So Mr. Baker, we're here in Fenton. What is this river called?
This river is part of the Wari Wari River that drains into the beach behind the Annisville playing field.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit about river poisoning and how it can affect this river and other rivers across St. Vincent?
Well, before I get into the details, last week, a part of the Forestry Focus activities, our committee did a presentation on flyer distribution and river poisoning. And the first day, we distributed some flyers in the Greg's area, Mesper area. And the second day, we did a presentation at the South Rivers Primary School and the George Stevenson Secondary. And the Wednesday, we did a presentation at the Georgetown Secondary and the North Union Secondary School. And on Thursday, we did a presentation at the Mesopotamia Secondary School. So basically, presentation entails what are the chemicals used, accidental and deliberate river poisoning, and how forestry go about trying to address this important situation. So river poisoning basically using chemicals and other metals to poison the river to catch aquatic life, whether it be crayfish, lobster, fish. But this our presentation was to bring awareness about the effects of river poisoning in the river, to the environment, and also to the humans. So people use different chemicals. You have other ways, but we're more focusing on the chemicals they use for river poisoning. They use like sevens, cement, and other chemicals to poison the rivers. What these chemicals do is that they pollute the river, they kill the aquatic life, which will be the fish, the crayfish, the river lobster. And it also affects human when those poisons aquatic life is consumed by people in the community or the wider part of St. Mason when they have cookouts or if somebody catch them to sell to somebody else, and they cause serious health problems. So our activity was to bring awareness and teach the people and educate the people not to poison the rivers. Use the traditional ways of hunting, which is using a basket, a fish gun, net, and using your hand. Because when you poison the rivers, we as humans use the rivers for drinking water. If you poison the rivers, that means we contaminate ourselves after drinking water. We use the rivers for cookouts, for recreation. You know, this is the river, Fenton River. Like here your part, you have a hole up there called Calf Hole. People just come out there and recreate on holidays, cook out, and all kind of activities. So even when you go in the water for bathe, and some of the water go in your mouth, just there, you could be poisoned from whatever chemical they use. They also have accidental poison at the rivers. That means it just happen from like if there's construction happening close to rivers where cement people wash out the cement barrow or the shovel with cement in it in the river, contaminating the river, or even close to farm areas where farmers would wash out the gramazone tanks, they throw the chemical bottles, empty chemical bottles in the river, or sometimes leaving those bottles on the land and heavy rainfall come and wash it down in the river, contaminating and polluting the rivers. So we encourage farmers to properly dispose of the empty chemical bottles, wash out the tanks when they go home, wash it out on the land, because some farmers use water from the rivers for irrigation. And if the river is contaminated with those poisons, when the farmers irrigate the crops and they come in the market and they sell those crops, we consume the same crops and we are poison also. So we encourage people not to poison the river. Please use the traditional methods, protect the environment, protect everyone in St. Mason and the Grenadines. So the challenges facing enforcing our forestry laws in protecting the environment and human from people who poison the rivers is mainly transportation and finance. So the penalties for river poisoning are as follows. First offense, $2,000. Compound offense or second offense is $2,000 or 6 months. Or both, $2,000 and 6 months. So you could pay $2,000 or 6 months for the second offense, or you could pay $2,000 and 6 months in jail. I believe that these penalties need to be upgraded, and I encourage the Vincent public to report all incidents of river poisoning to the forestry department. Even if we have a phone number 4578594, I know nobody will be at the office on the weekends, but in almost every community, they do have a forestry worker, whether a field worker, officer. You can also report it to them, and we address it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baker, for your educational review on river poisoning. And as the forestry department continue to advise the public is to desist from poisoning our rivers, because the impact to the ecosystem, the water, aquatic life. So we also advise you to desist from that practice.
In the month of March, we'll be celebrating some environmental days. On the 14th of March, we'll be celebrating International Day of Rivers. The 24th of March, we'll be celebrating International Forest Day. And the 22nd of March, we'll be celebrating World Water Day. And we urge persons, protect the forest, protect the wildlife, protect the rivers. And for our Forestry Focus Month, our theme is water flows, wildlife thrives, when forest survives. So you can see why I urge people to protect the wildlife, protect the rivers, and protect the forests.